Samantha Flaps, where I, Samantha Flaps, as unsuspecting citizens, the questions we need answers to now. Let's go. These kids will never know what hit them. You, who's your favorite comedian?
Garfunkel in the Notes.
That's two people, it doesn't count.
Bo Burnham! Zach Galifianakis.
Reggie Watts.
I feel like they all have something in common. Music. But how did this come to be? I know!
Although the use of music in comedy has become a staple in American comedy, it has origins going back as far as Greek theater. Aristotle cites origins of music in comedy to the use of songs in Dionysic festivals in which crude and sexual humor was the platform. Later, when the comedic play became popular, it followed three parts: the parodus, the agnon, and the parabasis. The parodus included performers dancing and singing in extravagant costumes, which is similar to what we have today. Fast forward to America in the 19th century, comedic music also appeared in vaudeville and blackface minstrelsy. From the 1830s to the 1890s, blackface minstrelsy was one of the most common forms of comical music. Many men would dress up in blackface and would mockingly sing like African Americans. One example of this was the coon songs.
In this town can afford. I'm a mighty good man to have hanging around. I'm tailor-made, I'm not a hand-me-down. I'm a eagle, I'm a mason, I'm a elk, I'm a knight. I'm reggae, but right, you hear me talking. I'm reggae.
Typical blackface performances would consist of a walk-around or an entrance scene, followed by an olio. The olio consisted of songs and dances that were characterized by stump speech or exaggerated and parodied versions of African American vernacular. The final part was a one-act spectacle usually taking place on a plantation. Blackface minstrelsy and coon songs were predicated on the superiority theory, and because blackface mocked African Americans in a way that allowed the white audience members to feel superior to them, it was considered funny. Blackface helped perpetuate slavery by distributing images of black people as happy, docile servants. Between 1880 and 1930, comedy became infused with vaudeville, which was a show of many acts to represent different talents like juggling, acrobatic feats of strength, skits, and musicals, all of which were intended to invoke laughter. These were usually made to make fun of a certain group of people or at least stereotype them. Vaudeville was also a symbol of cultural diversity at the time, though much of it perpetuated stereotypes that still crossed racial boundaries. The use of comedy and songs at this time was meant to show a collection of different talents, and the more talents you possessed, the better your chances of becoming famous were. Specifically, women in this comedic form had to be multi-talented, and singing provided them with the opportunity to perform. Blackface also survived in vaudeville by giving women immigrants and African Americans opportunity to perform. For example, Mae Irwin would wear blackface to sing coon songs.
Just looking for that political throne. I soon joined in the front door, makes the pants and high. For that leather doggy, I give him a foxy eye. Just looking for that bully, but he won't nigh.
While vaudeville and blackface use music and comedy to mock and stereotype various groups, today comedians use music as a means to mock our society, politics, and everyday issues. More often than not, comedians that use music in their act present humor and observation in a way that makes people laugh at the world they live in and realize its issues.
But there's one thing that makes
One of the early greats of musical comedy was Tom Lehrer. The instrumentals of his song at first sound unassuming and happy, but the lyrics provide a different tone that was unorthodox, especially for the 1950s.
when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. Every Sunday you'll see my sweetheart and me as we poison the pigeons in the park.
Musical comedy is popular for many reasons. One being that it brings light to serious issues with society as well as ridiculous aspects of our everyday lives. Because it is so relatable to a wide variety of people, comical music is very reflective of our culture. Some examples of this are Comedians like Garfunkel and Oates comment on rituals in society, specifically how absurd they are and how they affect our lives, like sports.
Have a skill, so you watch genetically superior people do the things you never will. Sports go sports!
Comedic music was also able to gain popularity because of very talented singers who comment on stylings of popular music within their songs by using the same techniques that they are mocking. Most Bo Burnham songs show how music today is nonsensical and focuses on irrelevant aspects of society. He then uses his music to replicate some of the stylings and techniques that are in pop songs, but then creates lyrics that specifically draw attention to problems with current music and our society.
Everything I've said has been said before in 1,000 ways, in 1,000 songs, sung with the same 4 chords, but you'll still love it and let me finger you. Yeah, finger you. Oh, girl.
Finally, there are many musicians that will parody popular music and create songs that comically reflect on society or are just idiotic to make people laugh.
So why do you like them so much?
Garfunkel and Oates are awesome because they make me laugh at the issues that society normally treats so seriously.
Clearly very enthused about them.
Reggie Watt is the craziest and weirdest musician ever, but he's also very good at creating recognition of societal issues.
Bo Burnham does a really good job of being both profound and humorous at the same time. He gets you to laugh while also bringing up very important concepts in the world, and he's special for that.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of Hard Hitting Questions with Samantha Flaps. Come back next week for our episode on lip syncing.